welcome back to more Final Fantasy XVI end game stuff. Now, did I keep my promise to you all about side missions? Let's just say 50% I did. Last night, I was chilling after dinner and I sat down and I was like, I'm gonna do some side missions. I ended up doing hopefully nothing too major. I've kept a couple here that I think could potentially be important ones. For example, we have one here for Uncle. There's one in the book to do with Torgal, and I was like, okay, we have to do that. There's another one in there for Jill as well. Now, things I did, we went to like this Colosseum kind of area, and we did one of the marks in there, and that was really cool. I thoroughly enjoyed that. Who am I forgetting about? Gav. Okay, I left Gav's mission as well.
Still alive, are ya? Goinder's weighing you down.
I mean, still alive, but
you'll not find a better
sometimes I feel barely.
You're rubbing me blind, you know. Come again. Oh, don't.
I will.
I'm not much bothered either way.
You're rude. Now, I want to go and show you guys something else. The Wall of Memories. Now you can see I'm only missing, what is that? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I'm missing 7. And Vivian's. Okay, so yeah, I did one of the missions for Vivian as well. I think that was the one where I had to find her book. Making amends. Okay, so that's another one that's just popped up that I wasn't aware of. I'm gonna go and do this one here. Though her icon brought her much suffering, the loss of Shiva weighs heavy on her heart, and we would be poor friends indeed if we did not seek to lighten that burden, even but only a fraction, before we depart for the skies. I would speak on this more in private.
If Joshua's worried about Jill, I should go and speak with him.
It's really odd doing side missions in a video for you guys. I'm not used to it. Like, these are the times that I usually just sit down and have a good glass of Coca-Cola, even though I'm not meant to with my braces in.
Joshua, I read your message. You're right. Jill is different. I don't think I'd realized how different, but since we returned from Drake's spine, I've felt it more and more.
I suppose it's not hard to imagine why.
She doesn't think she belongs anymore.
And that's why we need to remind her she is still one of us. To let her know that we still need her, now more than ever. That you still need her. But how to do that? When last we were truly close, we were but children.
Of course. Do you remember the time we accompanied Father on his annual tour of the Duchy? And Jill and I broke from the procession to ride up Man's Hill?
To see the snow daisies, I remember. It was the first time Father had allowed us to join him. And when he realized you were missing, he had the entire retinue down to the pot boys combing the countryside.
In the rain. A thunderstorm forced us to take refuge in a grove of oaks before we'd even made it halfway there. It was the Lord Commander who finally found us, and needless to say, he was none too pleased.
Then it seems you and Jill have unfinished business. What do you say?
Man's Hill. It's not that far.
Oh, true. Though I suspect it is also much changed. Little in southern Rosaria remains as it was when we were children.
You're saying I should go and scout the area for bandits?
I'm saying we should first go and see if there are actually still any snow daisies left. What would you do without me, Clive?
I mean, he's not wrong. Okay, Let's go there. Ah, man. So, a good friend of mine literally just completed this game this morning. And he sent me a message being like, you need to hurry up. Like, you need to finish this already. And things like that always scare me because I'm like, okay, I don't want to rush. However, I'm scared that they might come out with something in conversation. So I feel like for me, tonight could be the night. Maybe I should just keep playing until I get there.
This is the place, but
I'm sorry, Clive.
there's nowhere been spared. What do we do now?
We keep looking. Man's Hill cannot be the only place where snow daisies grow.
Perhaps, but it's the only place I know of. Knew of.
Then why not ask someone who might know of another?
Someone at the backyard? To the hideaway, then.
Another thing that keeps happening to me, I'm getting recommended a lot more Final Fantasy XVI videos now. Annoyingly, a lot of them are like, why the game disappointed me. And
Let's hope one of the gardeners knows where to find snow daisies.
being that I'm almost at the end, I have a couple of things that I thought like, oh, maybe they could have done that different. But overall, I don't feel like this game has disappointed me at all. As soon as I've put the game down, filming-wise, straight away, I pick it up again in my own time. And just, I don't know, I just enjoy sitting down with it. Okay, does it have like 400 hours worth of content? No. But that's also okay.
Oh. What brings you down from the heavens, Sid?
I need your advice. Joshua and I are looking for a place where snow daisies grow. Preferably in abundance.
Snow daisies. Then you'll want somewhere not too hot and not too cold. And where the winds are strong enough to carry the seeds. I reckon Man's Hill would be a good place to start. There in the Royal Meadows, perhaps? Both have similar climbs and the right elevation. If the Blight hasn't claimed them yet.
Right. Thank you.
Okay, second option, not bad.
Did you learn where we might find our flowers?
The gardener here mentioned the Royal Meadows in Sambrak.
Ah, the fields beyond Northreach. Well, if that's the case, then Yote was right. I recalled that she kept the record of our travels, you see. So I asked her if she'd perhaps noted anywhere that snow daisies grew, and she mentioned Oilefeist Bay.
Whose shores border the meadows. Off we go then.
You know what I like about this mission is that I feel like the boys are doing this, and I know it's to cheer up Jill, but on Clive's side, it's kind of romantic as well. Yeah, I like that. And if something goes wrong, it could potentially be like their last date if you think about it that way. Which I really don't want to. But
And how might I help the garrison today?
maybe. Okay, so I think I need to go through the village, yeah. Maybe I'm allowed to start discussing how I think this game is going to end now. The reason I say that is because while I'm filming this, I still have 5 more episodes that I need to post. So I'm quite far ahead compared to what I have actually uploaded on YouTube.
Do be careful.
Now, I kind of have a bad feeling about the ending. I want to say it's not often that a character will die at the end of a game. I'm not going to say any games, I don't want to spoil anything. It happens, it does happen. There's this part of me that genuinely feels like Clive might have to sacrifice himself for the greater good. Now, I don't know why. I can't really get my head around why that might be an idea or a good idea.
The meadows are vast. Where do we even start?
Yote mentioned the coastline. We can start there.
So, I mean, that's all the way around here. I'm gonna go to where the actual exclamation is. I have this awful feeling. Uh-oh, it's blue here. That Clive might have to, you know, sacrifice himself. That's not a mark, is it? No! Really? Well, they need done, I suppose. La da da. Shoot, level 40. It's not good. Well, at least I'm with Joshua. I like that because ultimately it came up saying that he will be with me now for good. And he's needed, you know? Nice. It's definitely not on my mind that something bad might happen to Torgals. I just think that'd be too nasty, you know? Damn, I blinked for a second there. I had no time to blink. Alright, calm down. Calm down. I didn't mean to do that, but we're going with it. I hate that one. I have to tell you guys about a mark that I did recently where I ended up outside of the, what do you want to call it, the fight zone, I guess? I fell down a ladder, or shall I say, the boss, it pushed me, okay? It pushed me down the ladder, it wasn't my fault. Genuinely mean that. And the boss was almost done, but it was quite a high level boss. And I had to redo the entire thing. I was like, are you kidding me? Really? I was not happy. Let's get him. Yes. Easy. It's all in the dodging. Da-da-da-dodging. My hair, by the way, is like stuck in this position today. I was trying to do a bun, and I've never done a bun before because my hair is just long. Like, I don't do anything with it. I put all this gel into it, and then I couldn't do it. So I was like, oh great.
I'm getting tired of these things.
I'm just stuck with all this gel in my hair, and it looks like greasy as anything. Just kind of reminded me of the days that I used to go into high school and I washed my hair once a week, and I don't know why my parents allowed me to do such a thing. Is that it down there? Look. Yeah, I don't know why. They just kind of were like, well, if she doesn't want to wash her hair today, just leave it. And yes, I got picked on for having greasy hair. So, thanks, Mom and Dad. Whoa! Now That was far. I think this is it here. Look.
Look, brother. You see them? I do.
Na, 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 na. I wish you could have done more in this game with Torgal. Like, I wish that I could have, and see if you can, and no one has said this to me in the comments, I wish I could have leveled him up to be like, way OP.
What do you see, boy?
Oh, nice.
Let's hope this is the last one.
Only one way to find out.
Gotta kill him. Let them...
Too slow.
We're so close to the battle line, like, can we just get over here? Hey, look, I got a blue Calcifer! I live for that move, man. It, like, even if it's not that powerful, it feels like it is. Excuse me. I hate it when they do this. I'm just gonna go for the big one. Oh yeah, I'm so angry. Woo! Come on, get the little guys! Nice. I don't know how many side missions I did yesterday. I did a lot because I think I played for about 3 hours. I just kept thinking to myself, like, I'm really glad that I did some of them off camera. There was one that had, I swear to you, it was like a half-an-hour cutscene.
That was harder than I expected. But Founder, it was worth it. They're beautiful.
Do you think Jill will like them?
She'll love them. Come on. Let's go.
This is such a nice thing that you guys are doing for her. Oh, find yourself a man like Clive. Oh, well, it's kind of Josh's idea, actually. But find yourself a man like Clive, okay?
It appears my work is done. The rest, as they say, is up to you. Well, you and the skies. We wouldn't want another thunderstorm now, would we?
Your brother is a good wingman. I kind of miss Jill. I feel like we don't see much of her anymore. Like, we had the whole thing with her giving Shiva over. And that water scene, oh man, that was so good. And then, yeah, we haven't had much to do with her since.
Jill, there's something I'd like to show you.
There is? And where might this something be?
It's, not here. Now, I know this is sudden, but how would you fancy a trip to Oriflamme?
And he's not asking, he's telling. God, so romantic!
There are so many. This is what you wanted to show me. I don't know what to say.
You don't need to say anything. The smile on your face is enough. We've been worried about you, Joshua and I. Do you remember when I took you to Man's Hill? Or tried to?
How could I forget? You saw me crying and thought a change of scenery might lift my spirits. In the end, it earned me a nasty cough and a stern scolding from your mother. But I felt wonderful nonetheless.
I'm sorry. I had no idea what I was getting us both into. But I couldn't bear to see you like that.
This love story's been in the making
Before we
for
left, my
so
chambermaid
long.
told me she'd overheard your mother talking about my marriage prospects with some of the noblewomen at court. They were debating whether it would be more profitable to marry me off to one of the high houses instead of saving me for the ducal line. No one thought to ask me what I wanted. I was nothing to them. A pawn at best. I felt so trapped. So lonely.
I didn't know.
But I wasn't alone. You were there. Your hand in mine as we ran for those oaks. And I knew then, no matter what happened, I would be all right. I'll never forget that feeling.
Aww. I love them. I love you too, Torgy.
Before we broke camp, the morning after the storm, do you know what I did?
No? What?
I slipped away from my governess to climb the tor. And from there I saw a sea of petals, all reaching for the sun. And I realized that no matter how terrible the night, dawn would always come. That you would always come for me. And you have. Again and again.
Please don't let anything happen
Where do
to
you see
Clive,
that?
please.
When all this is over.
Married, children.
I don't know.
Together?
Not here, though. I think I've outgrown the twins. After everything we've been through, the realm just seems so small. I'll need some space to spread my wings.
Then that's what you'll have. And I'll stop at nothing to see that you do.
Oh, I love them so much. Please, Lord, let it be a happy ending, please.
I never was much good at garlands, but it'll have to do.
I'll treasure it forever.
Thank you, Clive. For this, the flowers, for everything. It's exactly what I needed. You are my treasure.
Torgal. Oh man, just thinking about if anything's to happen, like, please let it be good. Cause my heart, I will break. You will see me just break, honestly, and I don't wanna.
We should probably be getting back. I expect the others are wondering where we are.
You're right. There's still much to do.
And we'll do it together.
See? I knew it. This is why as soon as it was like a Jill mission, an Uncle mission, I was like, okay, these are the ones that we need to keep for my videos. Kind of like how we got Ambrosia, you know? Oh, now I have Jill. Okay. Yay! What do you think about that, Torgay? He's like, yeah, cause Jill's my lady. I know she is. You're so cute though. Right, let's head on back to the hideaway. Now the next mission that I want to do that has been on my mind all night, of course, is Torgals. Because I have this worry, of course, that something about to happen to Torgal.
Clive. Coin-purse weighing you down?
Something like that.
It'd better all be here.
She always says that, but she knows that if there's one person that will not mess her over, obviously it's Clive. I guess what she just made has come here. Yeah. It speaks of a love that can never fade. Oh, don't! I am a sucker for love. Okay, let's go ahead. Where is it? In a mood. In case you haven't noticed, your poor hound spends all his time of late on the rear deck whimpering like Gav in his cups. Something ain't right, and my gut tells me it's not to do with his supply of antelope bones.
What is it this time, Torgal?
Hey, whoa! Don't be saying it like that. Torgal gets all the attention. Is he sick? Because, I mean, if he is, we gotta fix him, you know?
Say what you will. Lady Karen has seen us.
What's wrong? What are you looking at? Oh, he's just like looking out at the world. Why? What's wrong?
Pining for something, boy.
Does he want fish?
What is it? What do you see out there? I never did ask where you got that anklet of yours.
From Sid, that's why. On the day he brought him home.
That long ago?
And you're only thinking to ask this now? Sid saw that the pup had a habit of gnawing on his leg, since you ask. Clap that there iron on him to keep him from doing it.
What was wrong, boy?
I'll take like as not. Must have been hard on the poor whelp losing his loving masters at such a young age. Doubly hard in being a frost wolf, torn away from his icons and all. Sid would always tell him, you want my iron gone, you find what it is you're looking for. I reckon what he were looking for was you.
I'm sorry, Torgal. Sorry for making you wait so long. Let's get that thing off you.
Oh. Are you sure?
Doesn't sound like he wants it off.
Indeed. You miss Sid as much as the rest of us, don't you? You want me to go with you somewhere?
Maybe he wants to go to Sid's grave.
Quick, aren't you? Glad you've been paying attention.
Not nearly as much as you have, Lady Karen.
Aye, good thing and all. It's not like Gav would have kept him in nuts and rubbed his belly these past 10 summers.
Your kindness is appreciated. You've been a good friend to him.
Only because he doesn't talk back like the rest of you. Go on now.
Where to then, Torgal?
Yeah, like what? Follow Torgal. Does he want to go visit Sid's grave? I don't know why I'm thinking that. Just kind of getting that from him, you know?
All right, Torgal. Where are you taking me? I'm going to need a little bit more than that, boy. Do you have a better hint for me? Unless... you've already given me one. Back on the rear deck, you were looking west, toward Rosaria. Why don't we try the rookery? I haven't been to the island in almost 20 years.
Oh, I think that's what he wants.
The port is older then. Fingers crossed the old mooring is still there.
He's just... I love Torgal so much. Okay, so... where am I going exactly? Oh, all the way over here. Okay, wow. This is lovely. I get to go on adventures with all my close characters. The game really is kind of winding everything up, isn't it? Yeah, Torgy, don't make me cry. It's quite nice as well, because we're taking Jill.
It's still here. After all these years. Lots smaller than I remember. And you're a lot bigger. You might have to swim, boy.
No.
I wasn't being serious.
Oh.
You two go on without us.
We'll be waiting here.
Thank you. We won't be long. All right. Hop in, boy.
You know, it's funny, my dog also, like, he loves the water as long as it goes up to, like, here on his leg. But if he has to swim, he's like, nah, you do it. I'm not doing it. I don't swim. But he's 10. And his whole life, he's just like, this is not for me,
Hasn't
guys.
changed at all.
Visit all areas on the world and local maps. Oh,
Runs
wow.
right through those trees. Come on.
Come on then,
Is you
Torgy.
there? I bet I could still beat you.
I don't know why this is making me want to cry. It's just something about spending time with your dog. Keep it together.
Here we are. This was our hideaway. Wasn't it, Torgal?
Well, I feel like I've become so attached to Torgal because I've, like, convinced myself that he's my Finn, you know? It's like, it's the relationship I have with my dog. Oh, God.
Coming here helped me to forget who I was. Or wasn't. Prince, shield. Son his mother could love. Had I been any one of those things? Perhaps. What is it, boy?
Is that his old sword?
This is all from the castle. And Phoenix Gate. Did you bring these here? My sparring sword. Well. You never stopped looking for me, did you, boy?
Oh.
Thank you, Torgal. For never giving up. For never forgetting.
Oh man, he's been on such a journey.
Let's take this with us, shall we? So I don't forget either.
Oh, Torgal. He's thinking about Torgal all this time by himself, looking for Clive. Oh man.
That's not the way back to the boat, Torgal.
I don't think he's done, Clive.
All right. I'm coming.
Can't even see. Oh man. Alright, boy, let's go.
I think I know where we're going.
These missions are so beautiful. I just think if you're really invested in the game, it just hits you more, you know? Oh, did you come here all the time to howl?
People always talk about the importance of putting the past behind you. But without it, we wouldn't be who we are today. And we certainly couldn't steer our way to a better tomorrow. Come on, Torgal. Let's go home.
No. That's so beautiful. Oh, man. I wish my dog was in here so I could hug him. He's asleep, but I don't want to disturb him.
Sorry for the wait. We're ready.
Okay, why do I bother? Why do I bother putting makeup on? Seriously, so pointless. Alright, let's check it if there's anything else, which there's not. Okay, let's go and talk to, God. Should we do Gav next? Might as well. That was... I just feel like if you have a pet, and for me, I was there the day that my dog was born. The day he came out, whew, that was something else. And it was an accidental litter of puppies, so we were gonna give them to good homes, and we did. And he was the last one. And I remember he must have been 9 weeks or something like that. And I just felt this connection, and I know he felt it too. And I remember saying to my dad, he was like, oh, we've got people coming around to look at the last puppy. And I was like, no, you don't. Because he's mine, you know, and we belong together. And I just knew, you know, I knew before 9 weeks. I just knew that he was meant to be in my life. And, you know, 10 years and 2 months, and he's still here, and he's still my boy. I just feel like that mission, yeah, it just hit me right in the heart. Okay, Gav.
You alright?
No, are you?
Something troubling you?
No more than usual. It's just... Etta's baby will be coming soon, and I wanted to make something for it.
I'm sure she'd like that.
Back in the north, families would always make gifts when a bairn was on the way. Yeah, let the little tykes know they were welcome in their new homes, like.
So, what's the problem?
Well, the problem is that Etta's due any day now, and I don't know if I'll be ready in time.
Is there anything I can do to help?
You know, there just might be.
All right then. What exactly are we making?
A good luck charm. But not just any good luck charm.
Not just any.
No. One made from the feather of a silver chocobo.
Silver?
There's naught lucky in all the realm, or so we used to say back home anyway. Thing is, they're hard to come by. Had Otto and Karen check with their suppliers, but nothing. I'd try and track one down myself, only...
Only the big day is fast approaching. And that's all you need, a feather.
That or the bird whose arse it's attached to, aye. I was gonna start by asking around with traveling traders plying the northern borders.
Well, there's no shortage of those passing through Martha's. I think I might make that my first port of call. I'll let you know if I find anything.
You're a good friend, Clive. I won't forget this.
How nice is that, though, of Gav to do that for that woman? Alright. Speak with the merchants at Martha's Rest. Oops. Yep. I'm sorry, I'm still having my mental breakdown from that last
Let's hope one of the merchants here has what Gav needs. Excuse me. I'm looking for something.
Oh, well, then I'm your man.
A silver chocobo feather.
Oh, or maybe not. Though you're not the first to mention the bird around here. There was a man stopped by the rest not long ago claiming he was attacked by a silver chocobo. Near some gutted hovel not far from Eastpool. Most took him for a braggart and a liar, but who knows? Perhaps there was some truth to his tale.
We'll see. Thank you.
I'm still sad that there's no red chocobo like what there was in 13.2, man. That red chocobo was something else.
How do, traveller? You've the look of a man who could do with a new whetstone. Or perhaps a bawdy etching of the Vicerine.
Maybe another time. I'm looking for a silver chocobo feather.
If that's the case, rumours are all you're likely to find. No one has seen a silver chocobo for years. Word is they were all hunted for their feathers. Some northern nonsense about bringing good luck. Didn't bring them much, nor their bows. If any are still out there, I reckon they'll be doing their damnedest not to be discovered.
You're probably right. Thank you anyway.
Alright, and where's the last merchant, now that I think about it? Well, he's not gonna be... Sorry, it could be a she. I don't think they're gonna be up this area. Who am I with? Oh, I've got them both! That's so funny. When it said Jill will now be with you until the end, I was under the impression Jill swapped out for Joshua. But no, that's not the case at all. That's so nice!
I'll build a
So nice to have them both. They're obviously not going to be all the way down here, are they? Oh, does that mean they're over in the right? You were right there. Never mind.
Can I help you with something?
You wouldn't happen to sell silver chocobo feathers, would you?
I deal in fruit, not fancies. But if it's fancies you're after, I suggest you try Rhiannon's ride.
Was a silver chocobo seen there?
Oh, yes. If you believe the ravings of a madman.
It wouldn't be the first time. A silver chocobo sighted in the hills near Rhiannon's Ride. It sounds almost too good to be true. But...
Where's that? Oh. Okay.
since I'm already here.
So what's the bettings then? That it's just another mark. It could be a silver chocobo mark. And anyway, I have a white chocobo. So you could maybe just take one of Ambrosia's butt hairs. No? Would that not do? God, man. The Akashic are everywhere. They're kind of cool looking, though. Okay, where are you at?
You're not left by bandits for a change.
What, this way? Nope. Everyone turn. Watch out, Torgy! And... Oh, damn it! Where was that? Oh, I ended up... Oh. Never mind. On the run, guys! I'm almost level 50, which is really cool. I don't know what the max level is, because there is a new game plus. I'm gonna assume max level is 50, and then 100 for new game plus? Don't know.
More tracks. And these look fresh. The chocobo was here. And recently. Perhaps it still is.
Okay, everyone. Chocobo hunt. Items.
I don't hear anything.
But, is that a red feather? Doesn't look silver to me. Oh, it might have just been the lighting.
Damned.
Wark! Just shouted wark and my dog just like tried to come through. Yo! Pretty birds! They look just like Ambrosia, though.
It's all right. I'm not going to hurt you. Just borrowing a feather for my friend.
They're like, yeah, you better run.
Thank you.
Oh.
Let's get this back to Gav before they change their minds.
That's adorbs! I want to find them. Oh. I wonder whatever happened to Ambrosia's little family. Because do you guys remember when we found her? It was like she raised them. Or did they all come with us? Because ultimately, when I go on the chocobo, so does Josh and Jill. Yeah, I think that sounds right.
It was no trouble.
Clive, you're back.
I still
How'd you
have
get on?
tears in my eyes.
Any
I
luck?
can't.
Any luck, you say?
Ooh. Hell yeah!
Crystals crack. Is this what I think it is? Where in the hell did you find it?
It's a long story.
Right there on the road to Eastpool. Who'd have thought it?
Everything up there's been abandoned for years. The empty cabin made for the perfect shelter. Though I fear my presence may have forced the poor creatures to look elsewhere.
Don't blame yourself, Clive. The Blight's right on Eastpool's doorstep. They'd have had to move on before long, even if you hadn't have turned up. They'll find a new home. Trust me. After all, That's what us endangered animals do. Anyway, what matters is, you managed to nick us one of their quills before they could run off. And now all that's left is to fix it to the carving.
I didn't know you could carve.
Reckon there's a lot you don't know about me. Like the fact I'm as good with a whittling knife as I am with a sword. And that bone Ember gave me's a dream to work with. What did you say it was from again? An Avis?
But it weren't your Avis, Sid. I slew one of my own at last.
So all those long nights in the pit finally bore fruit. I'm proud of you, Ember.
Don't speak too soon. I ain't done my trial yet.
There we go.
Aww, it's adorable.
What do you
I
think?
want one of those.
I think if you ever hang up your scouting cap, you'll be able to make an honest living.
Now will I. I should go and see if Ed is awake.
Give it my best.
You can give it to yourself. Come on.
You've got time there, Clive. This is where we accidentally walk in and she's actually giving birth and it's like, oh god, bad timing. It's so interesting to me that we haven't rescued many people in this game at all. But she's one of them. And it's nice as well that she has a wee one on the way and we managed to do this.
Ah, me lords.
How are you feeling?
Well, thank you. Is something wrong?
Wrong? No, nothing like that. What it is,
Go on, please. It's beautiful. Did you make it?
We did. It's from all of us here at the Hideaway. Your new family, like. It's a good luck charm. We may come up north when a band's on the way. I mean a baby. To let him know that they're part of the family too. Oh, I hope you like it.
I don't know what to say. I thank you, my lords, for everything.
If there's anything you need, just let us know.
I will.
Clive, fancy a swift off? I'm thirsty.
I could be convinced.
I love it. It's like, we really have somewhere to be, but you know what? There is always time for this. Always time. Me and Gav, we've been through some harsh times, you know? He's a great guy.
Don't you think you've had enough?
Oh, we're celebrating. I'm gonna be a father.
I think Edda might have something to say about that.
Yeah.
You know what I mean. Bit of light in these dark times.
It's nice though that he wants to step up. That's great. He doesn't have
Wasn't
to.
long after me 10th name day. My mum told us she was with child again. I was over the fucking moon. I was looking forward to having a little one to lord it over. What with me being the runt of the litter. Thought I'd finally have a chance to prove to the world that I could be a big brother. Imperials came the day she went into labour. Had myself a baby sister. And then I didn't. My whole family gone in a blink, while I hid in the cellar like the spineless little arsehole I was. Great brother I turned out to be. I'll never be a leader. And I'll never be a hero. I'm just a daft little dog who comes running when his master calls. I'll never be like you, or Sid, or Jill, or even Torgal.
Have you finished?
Maybe.
If there was to be a new Sid,
Do you
it
know
would go
why
to Gav.
You're
It
our best
would.
scout. Because you don't need anyone to hold your hand. Without your resourcefulness, your courage, your determination, I don't know where we'd be. Maybe hanging off a cliff like,
That was only the once.
Exactly. You learn from it. And here you are after Founder knows how many missions, stronger for everyone. And let's not forget Rosalith. Who was it who freed me from the dungeon? Who was it who ran to Jill's rescue?
That would be me.
Because you're our brother, Gav. My brother.
Oh god, it's such a beautiful moment.
Your brother.
Which means that when the time comes,
He's gonna
I
say
get
it.
your room. And your sword.
Oh my god, I can't! You guys, someone save me, someone get me a tissue. Why didn't I start this episode with tissues? God. Oh.
I may have had one too many.
you may have had 10 too many.
I said I was thirsty. Better get back to work anyway. After I walk this off.
If that was me, I'd have to sleep it off.
Clive?
What is it?
Thanks for, you know.
I know.
Oh. Not okay. I just have like tears just like you know, I didn't even start this day feeling incredibly emotional, but my god, I'm feeling it now. Did I get a new thing for my room? I feel like I think I did, yeah. Not that I think anything will, but if anything was to happen to Clive, I think that Gav would potentially be the new Sid. I think he would. Aww. Potable. Gav has insisted that he be allowed to share the bottle when the time comes to crack the seal. Well, you better. Okay, we have an uncle mission, and then we have our bookworm mission, and then I think we're done with all our missions, so let's do this one. I was aware that there are matters of much greater import which demand your attention, but should you find yourself a moment, I bid you visit me in the shelves that I might ask a single favor concerning His Highness Prince Dion. Okay.
It's usually me making demands of Hippocrates. I wonder what this is about.
Alright, let's do it. I want to say that all the other missions I did in the other places, like, they were very good missions, but they didn't make me cry like I'm crying today. I knew they were obviously important. And because of how important they were to kind of close those chapters, that is why I kept these people. Because I knew that these ones would be even more important.
Lawsman Harpocrates, I received your note.
Ah, yes. I expect you're wondering what this is all about.
You spoke of making amends with Dion, but I can't imagine what for.
Then I should begin by telling you that I was once his tutor. This was some years ago, of course, before I joined Sid in his hideaway. At that time, I was counted among the foremost scholars of Oriflamme, and was accordingly invited to the palace to supervise the young prince's education, all to ensure that the future emperor had a firm grounding in, well, everything an emperor should. History, religion, commerce, government. Alas, our time together was cut short when Dion left to join the Dragoons, his studies no longer being deemed necessary. I had not expected to meet with him again, least of all here.
Have you spoken with him?
No, I have yet to find the right moment. His Highness always seems so preoccupied, especially when alone. I would not wish to disturb his ruminations with idle words of greeting, not when I know he dwells upon the evil Ultima had him commit in the Dominion.
The guilt weighs heavily on him, I know. But as you say, that was Ultima's doing. Surely you can't blame yourself.
When I first met him, it was not guilt, but his people's expectations that weighed heavily upon him. And I did nothing to ease that burden. He bore it alone, until the day he could not bear it any longer. It is one of my greatest regrets that I only ever offered him my wisdom, when what he truly needed was friendship. The blame for Dion's transgressions lies not only on his shoulders, but on mine.
I see. I'm ready to help you in any way that I can.
Then I beg that you bring me a wild wyvern tail. Apothecaries across the ages agree that even to glimpse such a flower is to be granted inner solace. Fabulists and fraudsters all, of course. But there is oft a seed of truth to be found where even the most outlandish opinions align.
Well, it can't hurt to try. Where can I find this flower? And how will I know it?
You have seen cultivated wyvern tails before, I trust. The lily-white blossoms from whose roots the poisonous ink for the brand is distilled. Well, those which grow in the wild differ only in their purple hue. The harsher the environment in which they are raised, the deeper the color. There is a waterfall in Rickmal's roost across the strait, where the flowers once grew in abundance. Whether they still survive there, I know not. But try as I might, I can find no likelier location.
It's all right. I'll find you a wyvern tail one way or another.
Thank you, Clive. And please, be safe.
We will, don't worry. I don't know if my eyeballs will be safe, however, but we'll do my best. Right, where? Down here. I was checking my eyeliner because this eye is burning and my eyeliner is going like up the way. I don't even know how it's possible, but it is. That's miles away. Okay, it's the best way to go. This way. At least, if I'm taking on a wyvern, I got my whole gang with me just now, which is, it's so exciting. We've never fought all of us together. Although imagine if it turned out that I spoke to Uncle earlier, that he also would join my group. We'd have everyone there. That was probably the best time for me to start doing side missions, right? Okay. Where you at, girl?
Ready, go?
I still find it interesting that there's no overall Chocobo theme when I'm on, and I think it's because the game is a lot darker, and it wouldn't make as much sense to actually have... She's not gonna like this. Oh, she does go through the blue. That's interesting. Yeah, it wouldn't make as much sense to have such a happy theme on the go. Oh, I don't like those ones. They're horrible.
Seems this place has been flooded twice over. Purple flowers blooming next to a waterfall. Shouldn't be too hard to find.
Right, waterfall. It actually sounded like it was... Yeah. Oh, crap. I was looking at the waterfall. I was not ready. Can see. Wait, I'm busy. Okay, we got stuff to do. Nice. Okay, everyone in. Okay. Do not interrupt me again. So, a waterfall is here. Search for a wild wyvern tail.
Here they are. Might as well pick enough for a bunch, I suppose.
Was that enough? I think it was. Just he said might as well pick enough for a bunch. I was like, well, I just picked up one. So we need more, right? But nope. It's really interesting though. Like Dion's right there. I mean, just go and talk to him, or maybe we should just tell him, like, oh, can you go in there? Because conversation needs to happen.
Oarsman, I found the flowers you were looking for.
You did?
I think I did.
You did indeed. My dear boy, thank you.
You wanted to make Dion a gift of one, did you not? Shall I invite him to join us?
Do it!
Oh, I don't...
It's no trouble. I'll go and fetch him.
Yay! Dion's a good guy. I always had this thing about Dion. I don't know why. I always knew that he was kind. He's not bad at all. And then Ultima obviously does what Ultima does and messes everything up for him.
Your Highness, would you do me the honor of accompanying me?
No. It is time, then.
No. Only to the shelves. Our lawsman has something he'd like to give you.
Master Harpocrates. No. I dare not show my face before him.
What?
Not after everything I have done. I have taken countless innocent lives. And ruined countless more. All because I was weak. I have sworn to atone for my crimes or die in the attempt. But were I to meet with him again,
and see in his eyes what I have become. I fear that my resolve might falter.
Then that is all the more reason to do it. Test your resolve. Prove to yourself, and to him, how strong it truly is.
You are right. I must, at the very least, offer him my gratitude. Very well, then. Take me to him.
Follow me.
If he's willing to actually see you, you know, like what he's fearing is in his head, it won't be that bad.
Even now, I hesitate to approach him. What must he think of me?
You'd be surprised.
Oh god. It's tense.
Master Harpocrates, pray, accept my apologies for leaving your tutelage before my studies were complete. Your lessons opened my mind to a world quite unlike the one I had imagined from within the gilded confines of the palace. And I shall be forever grateful for the efforts you made to enlighten me.
Lift up your head, Your Highness. The deeds of youth require no apology. That you took the time to visit me says much about the man you have become. Now, there is something I would like to show you.
Is that a wyvern tail? The color is unfamiliar to me.
Because it is unique to those found in the wild. Something in the harsh environment in which they grow lends them this striking hue. Their roots are indistinguishable from those of their hothouse cousins, but once they bloom, the difference is immediately apparent. In this flower, I see you, Your Highness. Its roots were the roots of a wyvern tail, with all that implies. But they do not define it, just as yours do not define you. I want you to have it, that it might remind you of this truth.
Master Harpocrates, I would ask of you a service. Keep your gift until I have fulfilled my duty to the realm, for only then shall I be deserving of it.
As you wish, Your Highness. I shall await your return.
I can't stop crying. Jesus.
Our roots
Did it,
do
Dion.
not define us. No wonder my stepmother didn't like him. For reuniting me with memories I had thought long lost. I shall not forget this.
Love you, Dion.
Thank you, Clive. Were it not for you, I fear I might never have found the right moment to speak with him. Not to mention the wyvern tales. I shall plant their seeds, that I might not disappoint His Highness upon his return.
I hope the soil in the hideaway is to their liking.
Why, these flowers bloomed in the bleak, black wastes of Waloed. I'm sure Nigel's yard will suit them to a T. When it comes to expressing one's gratitude, I find that words are seldom sufficient. Here.
What's this?
A stolas quill. Or more precisely, my stolas quill. 'Tis said that an owl's feathers are steeped in the wishes it hears over its long lifetime. All those words just waiting to pour out onto the page. So consider this my wish for you. That one day you may put down your sword and pick up that pen.
Well, when that day comes, I'll certainly have a lot to write about. Thank you, Harpocrates. It shall have pride of place in my chamber.
Okay. Bahamut's mercy. This ring has graced the hand of every dominant of Bahamut since the aether it absorbed from the icon over the years, aiding the next Imperial. Alright. Looks like we have one more to go. Can Suzy keep it together? Unlikely. Just want to check if this is actually the last one. I'm starting to feel like I should have kept Torgals for the end, you know?
Hmm? Clive, my boy! Rutherford informs me that we owe you our thanks. Hadn't intended for you to get involved, but such are the times we live in, huh?
I would have done the same for anyone else.
You're far too modest, Clive. You'd make a terrible nobleman. But tell me, is the realm truly in as dire a state as Rutherford suggests?
From what little I saw, you were right to be worried.
I suppose I should have expected the worst. But I was rather hoping the great and good of the realm might have things a little more under control. Alas, it seems that firm leadership is in short supply these days, and without it, the people are bound to lose their way. We must move quickly.
But where do we start?
True, the challenges that face us are many. But in my estimation, there are two key areas to be addressed before any other. The realm's armies and her larders. As you've seen firsthand, it's every man and woman for themselves out there. Certain cities have banded together to try and maintain some semblance of order, yes? But such cases are few and far between. And yet, the only remedy for the chaos that faces us is unity. A unity that transcends even the borders laid down by our ancestors. In short, if Storm does not stand together, she will fall apart.
But how would one even begin to unite the realm?
The armies, my boy. As I told you already, we begin by restoring order among the ranks of those sworn to maintain it. Sadly, I doubt I could convince even the lowliest gaggle of privates to dig a latrine together. But I do know someone the High Commanders have been known to listen to on occasion. Field Marshal Eugen Havel.
I thought he was retired.
He was, until an Akashic army tore through Randalar and killed most of the rank and file. There is no man alive more capable. Literally. And as luck would have it, I've already spoken with him on the matter.
Of course you have.
And he's agreed to help. On one condition. That he first speaks with you personally. Havel has always been a man of frustratingly rigid principle, and he has certain qualms about clasping arms with, well, with an outlaw. I extolled your many virtues as best I could, of course, but the old goat was adamant that he be allowed to appraise you in person. You don't mind, do you, my boy?
As you wish.
Of course not. As long as chaos reigns, we will never build a better world. I'll do whatever it takes. And if the Field Marshal wishes to speak with me in person, then so be it.
That's the spirit.
I'll leave for Randalar at once. Would you send a Stolas?
Of course. Rutherford is already in the Dalmekian capital. I'll have him tell Havel to expect you forthwith.
Excellent. Thank you, Uncle.
No, thank you, Clive.
How is he still so, like... I don't know, he seems really calm, considering, you know? I don't know. Okay, off we go. This one. I feel like I haven't been over here in forever. Hopefully this mission isn't as sad. And oh, this place is always like miles away, you know? Oh, this was this was where Theodore was, if you guys remember. Yeah. Such a shame. That was another one of those missions that I do wish that I had managed to do on camera, but I just thought it was gonna be, I don't know, not like a side mission that means nothing, but I did just think it's not gonna be as important.
Time to fight.
Come on, Josh! How funny was it though when Clive's like to Torgal, oh, you can't fit in this, you're just gonna have to swim, and he's like, nah, like, that's not gonna happen. Alright, chickadee.
Rutherford, can it?
We never did do anything here.
Turncoats and cowards, the lot of you! If it's a fight you want, it's a fight you shall have!
Allow me.
Ho ho!
I don't need your...
Please, Field Marshal. Oblige him. This won't take long.
You're right. It won't.
We should have done something about this a long time ago. Alright, guys. Oh man, I live better. Okay, right. Who is the cuter? Bitch. Nice. Look at the way he's like rolling. So bad. Yeah, I remember coming here and then it was like, oh, we can't do anything here, so we just kind of turned back.
Field Marshal Havel, I presume. Are either of you injured?
No, my lord. You arrived just as our escort turned on us.
Fucking traitors. I'd heard reports of soldiers in the outlying regions abandoning the oaths they swore. But I hadn't thought the corruption had reached so close to the heart of the Republic. It's a fucking disgrace. Your interfering old bastard of an uncle tried to warn me, of course. My lord Marquis. Or is Sid the Outlaw more to your liking?
Call me what you want. It doesn't change who I am, or the urgency of the message I bring. My uncle has a plan to right the realm, and he needs your help to see it through.
Before I agree to anything...
I love that line. Call me what you want, doesn't change who I am. It's like...
What do you stand to gain from all this?
I won't deny that I might benefit from further chaos. But I seek a new beginning for all of us. And while the choices I've made may not always have been the right ones, I know I made them for the right reasons. For so long, so many of us have been told how we could live, how we could die, when it should have been our decision all along. Now we have a chance to put things right. But in order to take it, we must stand together. Even if it be beside those with whom we don't see eye to eye.
Certainly not the words I expected from an outlaw. But perhaps your uncle was right. You are no ordinary outlaw. I'll never hear the end of this. All right. I'll start by ordering my most trusted guard to bring the Dhalmekian fringes under control. Next, I'll make contact with my counterparts in the Imperial Army and see if I can't convince them to try and restore order in their own territory.
Thank you, Field Marshal.
But they are not the only ones we will need to convince.
What do you mean?
I don't doubt that I can bully some sense into a few generals. But those they answer to require a different kind of persuasion. And when it comes to honeyed words, well, we will need an envoy. One who can court even the most stubborn of statesmen. You, perhaps?
I'm flattered. But I'm no diplomat either. And I have other problems to attend to. What we need is a skilled arbitrator. And I may know just the person.
Is that so? And would he happen to be an outlaw too?
Would it matter if he is?
Perhaps.
Well, beggars can't be choosers. I suppose we'll all have to find a little of the outlaw in ourselves if we're to make it through this. Very well. Send your man to me right away.
I shall.
My Lord Marquis. Your Lord Uncle bade me escort the Field Marshal to his manor in Port Isolde.
And I will see that my associate joins you there.
Very good, my lord.
God, it's like, not only is the world kind of low-key ending...
An envoy. I'm not sure I'm the man to talk anyone round. I can
But you have to
convince my
deal with
brother to
people's
take his
politics
medicine.
on top of that.
No. This is a job for someone with experience. Someone like Quentin. I hope I can convince him at least.
It's always the way. It's like, the world is ending, but it's alright. Let's get this other mission on the go. I feel like some of these are actually quite long side quests, and then you get these other ones that are like, maybe it's like a couple of minutes. Right, let's go to this one. Lost Wing to me is really freaking sad. I think it's just because the amount of times that I just kind of ran through there and everything was fine. And then it just got completely taken over and we just watched all the people die. I don't know, it just like... I felt really attached to that town, and to watch it just go the way it did, it was just kind of hard.
Quentin, I have a proposal for you.
Do you now? Something tells me you'll be asking more of me than a cask of Gotand gold. Go on then. Propose. You'd have me convince the chiefs and chamberlains of the realm that they should simply swallow their pride and do the one thing that has proved impossible for thousands of years. Was there anything else? Perhaps I can fetch you a meat pie as well.
I do like a meat pie.
Ask, but I can think of none better suited to the role.
And you'd have me give up what little I have left to do it. I told you, Clive. The people of Lostwing are my family, and I cannot abandon them. You'll have to find someone else.
I'm sorry to hear that.
So am I.
And why might that be?
What he's asking. How's it any different to what you've done so far? They want you to speak for those who can't speak for themselves. That's what you do best. If it's the vineyard you're worried about, we'll see that the grapes are picked and the tons filled. You know we will.
It's not that.
Then what is it? You said yourself we're family. Don't you trust us?
You know that's not what I'm...
Then what are you saying? That only we are worth saving? Why turn your back on everyone else? You convinced us we could build new lives for ourselves, and if you can do that, who's to say you couldn't convince the entire realm?
A stirring argument. I
It's
fear
got
that
you
any
there.
rejoinder I make might fall somewhat flat by comparison.
So you'll join us?
Where do you need me?
Field Marshal Havel will want to speak with you in person. He's currently in Port Isolde. I can arrange for a party of Cursebreakers to accompany you there.
That would be very much appreciated. I hear the roads are far from safe these days.
Hopefully not for long. My uncle will want to know
Yeah,
that
we
his
will
plan is
deal
taking
with that.
shape.
Okay. Let's head on back. So Lost Wing was one of the missions that I didn't do on camera. Oh, you're all the way here.
Uncle, I bring good news. The Field Marshal has agreed to your plan.
Ha! Of course he has. I didn't doubt you for a moment, dear boy.
Rutherford is accompanying him back to your manor in Port Isolde as we speak. They will await your return there. As will one other.
One other? Who, exactly?
Lord Havel was concerned that even if he could get the realm's armies to agree to an accord, he might not be as successful in convincing those with political power. He asked if I might have a solution, and I suggested a certain Imperial Lord Magistrate turned Liberator.
One of your co-conspirators?
Master Quentin would probably call me one of his, but yes.
Another outlaw, then. Just the thing we need to put these rotten politicos in their places. Good thinking, Clive.
I'm glad you approve.
The more the merrier, eh?
Uncle, assuming Havel and Quentin can solve our problem with the armies, you still haven't mentioned how we might manage the grain shortages.
Oh, don't you worry, my boy. The 7 high houses will be seeing to that. They have all agreed to make the most generous of donations. Oh, of course, it did take a little persuasion, but luckily I had some unexpected help.
From who?
Why, you, my boy. Rumor has it that you rescued the Lady Ariane's head steward Rockford from a horde of bloodthirsty bandits.
It was more of a handful.
Well, the old battle axe was so pleased. She had a shipload of talents delivered to my private docks by the next new moon. And when the other houses saw the parsimonious old crone's purse strings finally loosen, they as good as tripped over themselves in the rush to follow suit.
I'm happy to hear it.
Now, I must be getting back to the manor. Join us there at your earliest convenience, would you?
Of course, Uncle.
I wonder how much of this mission we're actually going to get to do just now. This seems like... It doesn't seem like a side mission, you know what I mean?
How,
like, there's a
pray
lot
tell,
going on
will
here.
we get that grain to the capital if the roads are still overrun with Akashic?
You'll find another bloody road. I only have so many men, and I'm not about to send them headlong into an ether flood. That is, unless you'd have them turn as well.
Well, I'd certainly eat less.
Says the man with a belly bigger than a band of curls. My soldiers actually need their rations. Without any food to keep them going, they'll be dead even before you've sent them on your fool's errand.
This isn't very positive, guys.
If I may, gentlemen, perhaps I might suggest an alternative approach. Though supply routes are indeed disrupted, there is no shortage of ships. Indeed, they bob away in every bay from here to Randalar, awaiting a safe haven. Allow them to make port and fill their bellies full of grain. And once those who crowd the cities are fed, ferry the displaced back to the countryside to work the fallow fields. But I'm sure that you wish to continue your discussion. Forgive the interruption. Two
He's
such
got you
firm
there.
friends as yourselves need no help from the likes of me. Rutherford spoke fondly of the great bond between you.
Us? Friends?
I can't stand the man.
Clive, I'm beginning to question the quality of the company you keep.
And what kind of company were you expecting him to keep? The man's a criminal.
Oh, for God's sakes, don't take this out on Clive.
How dare you? You are not fit to breathe the same air as this fine, upstanding young gentleman.
Upstanding? He calls himself Sid the Bloody Outlaw.
Once more onto the breach.
Oh, God. I like that Clive just kind of stands there, not even defending himself. He's just like, get on with it.
Shall we begin again? What we seek here is not to create a new nation, nor to claim the thrones of those that already exist. We wish simply to bring stability to the realm that mankind might weather the current storm. And to do that, we must convince those in power, the generals, the statesmen, the nobles, that our cause is just. There will be disagreements, yes, and I imagine some resistance, much resistance. But we cannot let that deter us. If we show them the path, show them that we walk it ourselves, then I am confident they will follow. The fate of the world lies in my nephew's hands, but the well-being of her people lies in ours. And we must not squander the chance that Clive has given us.
Uncle Byron,
Now, with that settled, let's move on to the signing of the Accord. For what great moment in history hasn't been accompanied by a little ceremony?
He's so eccentric, he can't help himself.
Citizens of Valisthea, I present to you the Triunity. Rutherford, Mike Will.
Well, at least we know that whatever happens, we are leaving
Well,
the
my
twins
boy,
in good standing,
the stage
hopefully.
is set.
That it is.
This is the role you were born for. Now I ask only that you trust in the talents of your supporting cast. We shall play our parts to the best of our abilities, that you might have the opportunity to shine. The realm needs its Sir Crandall, and there is no better Crandall than you, Clive. I want you to keep this signed accord as proof of our faith in you.
I will. Thank you, Uncle.
Do you know, I feel like that was actually the best one to have last. As you say, that's it now. We're gonna figure everything out down here. you need to now go figure out what the heck you're doing up there, and know that if it does kind of go to shit,
What do you think that thing?
That we'll figure it out down here. Don't you worry about it. Just make sure you go and defeat Ultima. Oh man. I think that is it. I think that is the end of all side missions. Not seeing anything here. The reading table's fine. The only thing left for me to do now is to go and check our little Moogle and see how many of these marks I have left. As soon as I am done with the marks, which I'll just do off camera. Let's have a look here. 2. Wow. Yeah, 2 left. And then we will make our way for Origin. We will double check all our equipment, be happy with the outfits we are wearing, and in the next episode, you guys, we are gonna make for Origin. And hopefully we'll make our way back safely as well. This has been a really emotional episode because they've written it so well that in a weird, horrible way, it feels like Clive is saying goodbye to everyone. And I don't like it. I don't like it, and it's absolutely killed me inside. It really has. Especially that Torgal mission, that was too much. Too much. I've loved this game so much, and I'm not ready for it to be done. Not yet, but thank you so much, you guys. Bit of a longer episode here today. I will catch you all as we make our way to Origin. Thank you for watching. Bye.